I found that when you stay in your lane, there's no traffic. There's no one who is in competition with you. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get notified when I upload a new video. So, how you guys doing? I hope everyone who's watching this is doing well. So it's gonna be hard for me to get through this video, I think. I wanted to start something new on my channel. I want to start a new series where it's just me talking to you guys about anything. I wanted to start something new called Bebe's Diary, and this is going to be the first entry, the first video of it. It's just going to be about me talking about anything. It could be social issues, it could be current events, it could be just random stuff. I don't really have a specific plan or like script of what I'm going to be talking about with this series of videos. Just pretty much anything. I'm still going to be doing like skincare and beauty and makeup videos, so that's not going anywhere. It's just going to be like a separate part of my channel. I just want to expand my channel to be about everything that I'm interested in, and hopefully you guys will be as well. So yeah, I'm coming to you guys today without a stitch of makeup on. I am looking a mess. It's quite early. I woke up like maybe an hour ago. I've actually never recorded this early before. I usually wait till like nighttime, because when it's like a little bit more quiet. Because honestly, you guys, I feel like I live in the noisiest house in BC. I honestly feel that way. Like, there's so many loud people in here. I cannot. This video has been on my mind to do for a while, but I've just, again, been procrastinating and not doing it. But I think it's an important topic because I was talking to my friend the other day about this, and I thought it would be something that I could just talk about to like get off my chest and, you know, talk to you guys about. I was having a conversation with my friends about pressures and expectations of, you know, being an adult and just being a grown-up, trying to navigate your life in like this time that we're living in and this world that we're living in. You know, sometimes I feel like there are a lot of things being asked of me, and I have such high expectations of myself, and I find that when I am not doing as well as I should be, or, you know, as well as I perceive that I should be, things that I should have accomplished and I feel like I haven't, it just triggers my, I don't want to call it depression because I haven't been like officially diagnosed or anything, but it triggers me into going into a very dark, very sad place. I believe that a lot of it is created in my mind, and it's actually just imagined pressures that I put on myself, where I get so hard on myself and I feel like I'm not doing enough. But a lot of these pressures too are actually real. What are the pressures? Okay, so social media is one of them. And this, honestly, look, anyone who knows me knows how I'm very, very, very poor at social media engagement. Now, before I say anything about social media, I'm gonna say this. I'm not one of those people who's gonna sit here and say like social media is the devil and, you know, it's really bad. It's, you know, it's one of the most horrible things on this planet. That's not what I'm gonna say, because I feel like social media can be good, and it can be good for a lot of things. It's useful to create platforms, especially platforms for very positive things, used to create awareness for very important like social issues. However, what I'm gonna talk about now is the reason why I don't engage in it. And I'm very bad with keeping up with social media. I think a lot of the times, and for a lot of us, well, let me actually speak for myself. It's very easy to let social media and whatever is happening on it mess with your mental health a little bit. You know, it's just, again, maybe this is just me, and maybe I have huge issues that I need to work through, but it just feels like everybody is just like living their best lives on social media, like, and you're just sitting there, like, probably at home, like, just being like, okay, yeah, what is wrong with me? Why don't I have this? I know it's pretty bad thinking. It just seems like everyone is just so freaking happy. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, where's my happiness? Where's my success? I'm like, even if a lot of the things, and let me tell you, a lot of the things on social media are actually super fake. A lot of it, I don't want to say none of it is real, but a lot of it is just very for show and just it's not what you think. Yet in those times when I'm feeling, I don't want to say less than, but when I'm feeling down on myself about stuff like that, I don't think that way. I don't think that somebody could just be, you know, just like pretending on social media, like just making things seem like they're one way when in real life they're actually not. It doesn't click in my mind then. I know it for sure, but I don't think like that when I'm in that dark place. I feel like that's because in the world of like social media, you're kind of coaxed. Is that even a word? You're kind of made to believe something is true and something is real when it isn't. What success is based on very superficial, surface things. We're made to believe that there's a certain standard, and if you don't reach that standard, you are either a failure, or you need to do everything you can to get there. And that's is so problematic. It is so off. And I'm going to talk about money in a bit, because that's a huge one with being an adult. That's a huge factor. Just money and capitalism. Honestly, like, you know, I'll get to it in a bit, because I don't want to skip over anything. Because of the hardcore capitalist system that we live in now, money is a huge factor. It's one of the most important currencies to have. It's like the second most important currency that you can have. The first is time. Money is being used to measure people's worth. Sometimes I feel so inadequate when I find myself comparing myself to my peers, and not just even my peers, but like people who are older than me, like my parents. I feel like they accomplished so much by the time that they were my age, and I'm sitting here thinking sometimes, like, again, my question always to myself is, what are you doing wrong? And what are you doing that is not propelling you to be in a place where everyone else is? But then, again, I think this whole video is going to be about how crappy and wrong my thinking is sometimes. Again, when I'm in that place, that dark place, when I'm not even thinking logically, I'm just thinking in that depressed state. Sometimes when we compare ourselves to like the older generation, we forget that a lot of the struggles that we are having now, they didn't have those. There's more bills and more things that cost money. Hell, even just like a hobby, something you love to do, is getting expensive. And it's just like everything costs. Everything costs money. I mean, people are trying to survive on a disgusting minimum wage, and things are getting more expensive, yet people aren't getting the help that they need. And this, Honestly, you guys, I hate capitalism. I hate it. I hate it. I think we underestimate how much capitalism has, honestly, kind of not just been horrible in terms of like our finances and how we think about money, but it's honestly kind of has its role in crippling our mental health, because we have people sitting out here like feeling like honestly shit, and excuse my language, for not being where they think they should be financially, and feeling like their whole self-worth is based on how much money they have in their bank account. And it's sad. I mean, I do the same thing. I make the same mistake as well. And look, like I said, I'm not saying like having like money is a bad thing. I'm not saying that, because we all need money. We all need money in, again, the world that we're living in now. We need it. You need it to survive, because everything is based on money. But I'm saying that we have people who are struggling and they feel so worthless because they feel like they are not making, because of where they are financially, they're a failure as a person. And that couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. And let me not even get on the effects of capitalism on people of color, not just people of color, let me just say just black people in general. It has been especially crippling for us. And this is me talking to myself now and giving myself advice, especially because now I'm in a better place in my head. But when I'm told that I shouldn't compare myself to other people, I know that is true. But it's just so hard sometimes to think that way. As common as that advice is, it's common because it's true. You cannot go through life comparing yourself to other people, because when you do, you are setting yourself up to, I don't want to say you're setting yourself up to never be happy in life, but you're setting yourself back. There's going to be, you feel like is doing so much more than you. But that doesn't necessarily make them better than you. That doesn't make their life worth more than yours. Because at the end of the day, we're all in different lanes. I found that when you stay in your lane, there's no traffic. There's no one who is in competition with you. When you're in your lane and running your own race, you also have the benefit of not feeling like you're being timed, or does that make sense? There's no pressure in saying, okay, I have to get to lane 2 in the next 2 seconds because I have someone who's coming behind me. There's nothing like that. But what is important is you moving forward and not feeling a certain pressure, like saying, okay, by the time I'm 30, I have to do this, that, accomplish that, do this, and no. A few years ago, I had made plans for myself. When I was about 18, 19 years old, I've made plans for myself as far as like, okay, when I'm 25, I have to do this. Now I'm 26. Now, some of the things that I had planned for myself, I have accomplished them, and I'm proud of that. Some of the things I haven't, but that doesn't take away from my journey as a person. And it doesn't pull me back. It doesn't mean that, okay, I can just give up now, nothing's ever gonna work. No, it just means that in my lane and in my race, I was to accomplish things at a certain time. That's all it means. Everything that I've said now, I know, but it's hard for me to remember sometimes. But this is why, part of the reason why I'm even making this video in the first place, to just put it out there, and if I'm feeling down, I can just again, advise myself to not be in a certain place, just because of something that I see something that might not even be real in the first place. And I'm learning so much as I'm getting older. I found that it's very important to take breaks, take mental breaks, especially like when it comes to things like social media and stuff. Now, let me say this. If social media is something that makes you happy, by all means, please engage in it. I support and promote people doing things that make them happy as long as it's not hurting them or hurting anyone else. So I fully support that. I know that it's very important for me to switch off when I'm like getting my feelings and getting triggered and, you know, getting into that place. Just switch off. I just recently got into this thing of just like not checking my phone for anything. And not because I like want to tune everyone out or, you know, be like antisocial, but it's just something for me that helps me get my head back. And another thing that helps me with feeling down about myself in general is just trying to be proud of myself for things, even as small as those things are. Like, for example, even with this YouTube channel that I have, yes, I don't have a lot of subscribers, and yes, not a lot of people are watching my videos, at least not yet anyway. But it's something that I've always wanted to do, but not had the confidence to do it. I mean, it's something that I never would have imagined myself doing a few years ago. And now I'm here. It is something that I should be proud of. Being proud of myself for things that might seem small and insignificant has really helped build my confidence a little bit. So those are the things that have helped me with dealing with the amount of pressure that there is. And honestly, shutting people out too. If you feel like somebody or something is putting you down, and this goes back to tuning everyone off, not just social media, it could include other people as well. Just shut them out. It's not easy. It's something that I am still learning till today. But if somebody or something is not building you up, it is not worth hanging on to. Not even a little bit. You cannot let other people dictate how you spend the rest of the one life that you get. So I think I'm gonna wrap up this video before my battery dies, because I use my phone to record and I don't know, I haven't charged it in a bit. Now, if you stayed and watched this video, first of all, thank you so much. It means a lot to me to have anyone like just sit and you just hear me talk and listen. And if you're still here, I hope you got something out of this, because I'm hoping that I'm not the only one going through these things sometimes and need like someone to encourage them. Stay tuned for more videos. I plan on doing like a mini makeup tutorial next. I'm nervous about that, but hopefully it turns out well. I've never done that before. I've never like sat in front of a camera to do my makeup, but we'll see how that goes. And yeah, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.